Okay, so let's talk cancer psychological effects. In particular, let's talk about post-cancer psychological effects. It's very well known, if you've gone through cancer, if you're a cancer survivor, that one of the most important elements of the process going through cancer, battling cancer, if not the most important part of battling cancer, is your mental state, your mindset. You can't just curl up and wait for the worst. And please, let's not take the extreme cases where one might be diagnosed with cancer at a very late stage where there is really no cure. In fact, that's why it's so important for early diagnosis. If you see something on your body, if you feel something, cancer is running rampant in America. If you do some research, you'll notice and you'll come to realize that cancer cases, regardless of what cancer you have, are on a high increase. What's that? Well, that's a different conversation for a different time. But as I said, the most important part of your cancer battle, of your process in beating cancer, unless you're in those extreme cases, as I said, is your mindset. Myself, when I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was diagnosed with cancer with a form that's very, very rare. In fact, in the US, less than 2,000 or around 2,000 cases annually. But my sports mindset helped me quite a bit. I didn't curl up in a blanket and wait for the worst. I sought first, second, third opinion. I chose my coach, which is the doctor. He gave me a plan of action. He told me what to expect, and I went to battle just like I would in any given sport. As I said, my sports background helped me quite a bit. When you play sports, the coach gives you a plan of attack, how you're going to play that game. Then he tells you how you're going to execute that plan. And if you do everything well, you're going to come out victorious. And that's the approach that I took. My mindset was what the doctor told me, the diagnosis. He gave me a plan of attack, the process, and if I did everything right, my chance of being victorious were extremely high. Once again, if you follow my videos about cancer, you will know that I've said in previous videos, it's very important to seek first, second, third opinions. See multiple opinions by different doctors before you make your decision of who you're going to go with. Same thing with a cancer research center or any, cancer organization. Don't just settle for the first one, but seek different opinions and make an educated decision, because that's probably going to be another key decision. Strong mindset, but also who your coach is going to be. So let's get to what this particular video is all about. I just documented and I told you guys how important strong mindset is when you first get diagnosed with cancer. But the same thing applies through the process, through your process of battling cancer, but then also post-cancer. So in my case, once I had my final surgery, and by the way, I had 29 lymph nodes removed from my midsection. And here's a quick little information for you guys. The lymphatic system basically is what transports your blood throughout your body. It's like a roadway where cars travel. Once you take those lymphatic nodes out, you're basically shutting down some of the exits on the pathway, on the car, driving system of any country. So if you are in a driveway, or if you're going to a destination and one exit is closed, well, no big deal. You have to find another road, another pathway to get to that destination. It's very similar to how your lymphatic system works. If you take out certain lymph nodes, your body now has to find a different way to pump the blood to your head, to your feet, to the rest of your body. So in my case, I had 29 lymph nodes removed from my groin, my midsection, which is the most populated area of your body with blood. And then I had to take the period to adjust after getting, extreme swelling and all that good stuff. My body had to slowly start finding ways to pump the blood, not through the lymph nodes that I had, but a different pathway. That takes time. That takes strong mindset. That takes getting up in the morning and dealing with the soreness, with the swelling throughout your body, your legs, your midsection, your whole body just swells up. Numbness, nothing that I had felt before. Also, having to deal with constant fatigue, being always tired, not being able to do the things that you were able to do. And again, as per my doctor's instructions and game plan, he told me that it would be about a year before my body started getting back to somewhat normalcy with all these symptoms that I'm telling you about. However, from the day that I had my lymph removal surgery, and by the way, I had 3 surgeries in one. In other words, my doctor said you have 3 options. You can come and take a piece of the lymphatic system out, 1, 2, 3 surgeries, or you can do it all at once. Well, I elected to do it all at once. So what most people would do 3 times, I chose to do it all at once, be done with it, and go through the recovery process once. So once that surgery happened, after, I don't remember exactly how long, but after a certain time, I had to go through a scan to make sure that I was clean, everything was removed, all the cancerous cells, everything good and easy. I did go through that process, and my diagnosis basically was clean, good to go. Go live your life. Well, the minute I got that diagnosis, the minute I got those great news, automatically my mind started thinking already about my next test, because your first year after you are diagnosed that you're cancer free, you have to go and get scans every 3 months. So immediately, as soon as I got those great news, my mind started racing and thinking, well, I hope everything's going to be okay in the next 3 months. And when I go back for my first test, I want to be okay. So immediately that psychological mindset, that pressure, that, all the negative thoughts crept up in my head. I had to fight it. I had to battle those feelings. And it's not something that goes away the first day. And it's normal. And it's okay to feel that way. It really is. By the way, I'm at the beach. So the 3-month period passed by. I had to go for my second, in fact, let me stand up. I had to go through my second 3-month test, or actually I say my first 3-month test post-surgery. And once I did it, and once I got the scan, it came back clean. So 3 months cancer-free. And immediately, as soon as I got those results, my mind started racing again and thinking, boy, I hope the next test is going to be clean. And it's a natural feeling. It's a natural way to feel that way, especially after what I've gone. If you see my body, I'm carved like a turkey. I had, just the midsection, I had over 89 staples. On both sides of my groins, I don't remember how many stitches or staples I had. I believe I had like 25 or 30 on one side and like 17 on the other. Quite big incisions. The last thing I want to do is have to go through that. But now I have to battle once again, because my next scan, by the way, is, as I'm making this video, in 3 days. So my second 3-month scan is in 3 days. And for the past 3 months, I'm trying to enjoy my life. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to have that positive mindset. In fact, I had a great summer with my family, with my wife, with my work. We traveled to Europe with part work, part vacation. Had an amazing time. And, living that daily, live in the moment mindset, because you just don't know what tomorrow brings. But at the same time, every day that passes, I'm thinking of, boy, I hope I'm clean. I hope I'm doing the right thing. So it's natural to feel that way. But here's a couple of things that I've done to try to minimize those thoughts and basically try to be as positive as I possibly can. So one thing is to constantly be on the move, constantly do your activities. You know, once you go through cancer, it's not easy because, again, your body's very weak, you're extremely tired, fatigued, you get sore very easy, and the last thing you want to do is you want to do any kind of physical activity. Well, guess what? That's the worst thing not to do any physical activity. Sitting and doing nothing. So as difficult as it is, get yourself out, go for a walk. Even if it's, you know, a little bit at a time. Rome was not built in a day. A little bit at a time. Personally, I love the beach. If you guys follow me, you'll know a lot of my videos are at the beach because I am a summer person, I am a beach person. Beach is my tranquility. It just puts me in a great mood. So I try to come to the beach. There's a great boardwalk, as you guys can see. I try to walk anywhere from 10 to 14,000 steps. I try to let the sun bring all that good vitamin in my body. And I try to daily forget about any negative effects, any negative thoughts that cancer might come back. So by concentrating on doing activity, exercises, eating well, which is again another crucial element and that must be brought into conversation because the way we eat in America, in my opinion and in the opinion of a lot of other people, has a lot to do with the increase of cancer, processed foods, all those bad toxins that are put into food, preservatives, all that, you know, bad stuff that we consume on a daily basis and don't realize. And I hate to tell you guys, even the organic stuff, they're not really organic. They have a certain small percentage that companies claim. They can make the claim that it's organic because that small percentage that's in there, but most of it, it's not organic. So trying to eat clean, it's a tall task for anybody in America, not just cancer people, but anybody. But you have to try to do your best. Try to see what you put in your body on a continuous basis. So strong activity system, strong eating habits, relaxing, taking one day at a time, and no stress. Try no stress. I know it's difficult. I live in New Jersey. I run a business, and believe me, when I tell you that daily stress is through the roof, I'm not exaggerating. Other people that live in different parts of the country may not experience the stress that we experience in New Jersey, but believe me, it's a stressful life. So these are the things, three things that I try to do to battle the post-cancer psychological effects. Hope they help you guys. If you guys are looking for some words of wisdom, some comfort words, some inspirations, anything, if you guys want to talk about, PM me. Love to share with you my experience, love to motivate you and get you through this cancer that may be in your life. Till the next video, guys.